Look who's here.
Hey. Oh, yeah.
Long time no see.
Yeah, right.
So if I ask you to sprint, that's not going to happen, right? So, John, you came to see us here today to use the Magnosphere. Just tell me what your story is. What happened?
All right, I was on a series of drugs for a problem, a disease, internal disease. Ended up getting...
What drugs?
I can't remember. My wife would fill you in on the names.
October of 2010, John received a liver transplant at the Mayo Clinic.
Okay.
As the liver transplant was because he was a police officer and he contracted hepatitis C from some kind of a stab wound.
Mm-hmm.
After the transplant, there's a trial drug, it's called Incivix and interferon, and he put him on that for 4 months. It was supposed to be 4 months in Civic and then 1 year therapy of the remaining drugs. He developed neuropathy as a result, as a side effect to those drugs. So they pulled him off those drugs about 2 months ago. But they did transplant him successfully, cure the virus successfully, but the after effect is the neuropathy. And since it's a new drug for post-transplant patients, it was a trial, so they really don't have a whole lot of answers on how to resolve the neuropathy issue.
Got you. Okay, so...
It also, I'm sorry, it also caused, the lower extremity started to become so weak and atrophied and because of the pain, it caused him to fall. On September 9th, he broke his left foot in 6 places, so he's only been out of the cast for a short time.
Okay.
So
Okay.
there we are.
So part of this limp is because of the fact that you broke the foot?
Yeah,
You think?
yeah,
Okay.
that's pretty much healed, but I have what they call neuropathy. My legs just aren't working properly. They're very weak. The muscles are extremely weak. And, they're wobbly. I just can't really control them. I need a cane. I can walk around the house, but outside I need a cane because, obviously the surfaces are not as smooth as in your house. And in the house, I can grab a piece of furniture or
Hold on to a wall or a counter?
You're not
Absolutely.
far away from help if you need it. So.
Okay. Any sort of pain or stiffness?
I've got pain in the legs, pain in the lower back. Now, a lot of this neuropathy seems to be going downhill, going down my legs, meaning that my back isn't quite as bad as it was. It used to be absolutely atrocious.
Okay.
So now it's the lower back right where the spine meets the pelvis. I get back pain. And then down the legs, I get pain in the muscles, which that I don't really mind, but I get a little bit of tingling going up and down. Sometimes when I first get up, I can feel tingling running down to the tops of my feet and actually up to my head. And that affects my walking also.
He's currently taking 1,800 milligrams of neurontin for the nerves, to try to stimulate the nerves, as well as anti-rejection, Prograf, which is an anti-rejection medication for the transplant.
What's it called?
Prograf.
Okay.
It's very common in heart transplant patients or organ transplant.
Yes. Okay. All right. Well, here's what we're going to do. The first thing. Which painkillers?
Oxycodone.
Oxycodone.
Oh boy. Okay.
Actually, it doesn't affect me much. I've had them before because I had fibromyalgia after the liver transplant because they split me open here, and all those nerves and muscles. I had a lot of pain, and they don't bother me. I go right off them.
Okay.
There is an addiction problem, but so it doesn't seem to affect me. I don't. I'd rather get.
But you're still taking them?
Still taking them.
How often?
One in the morning, one at night.
Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do, John, at this point, is I'm going to treat you. We're going to look at relaxing you so much from that standpoint, where you're hopefully not going to feel the pain in your back. Okay, and relaxing you at the molecular level, and see what effect that has on you. And then what we're going to go for your next session is actually seeing how relaxed you get, and then going after the neuropathy symptoms. Okay. Okay. Alrighty.
He's really stiff today, but I know that's because he's
Sitting around a lot?
sedentary right now.
Yeah, the day, the way nothing else to do.
Well, you had a 6 or 7 level of pain and stiffness before you sat down. How do you feel now? Given the fact that you were sitting down again and being sedentary, it's almost sort of like a double-edged sword. The leg pain's a 0?
Well, not a 0, no.
Okay.
Still hurts a little bit. Feet and ankles are hurting, but and the back is still hurting.
As much as when you came in, or?
No, not as much. Can't tell.
You walk, again,
walking
you
better,
always walk
yeah.
better when you get out of that chair.
Which, what the part that I like is the fact that he's supposed to be worse getting out of a chair after sitting in the same place for an hour.
And
That's what you've
as
told
I
me
said,
before.
Monday
Yeah.
after he left here, he had a pretty good night, you know. He didn't sleep great, but I mean, for the hours following, we left here at about 3, and he had a really good night, even up until the time he went to sleep.
And at night, he did not take his pain medication.
Yeah. Because the whole discussion we had, like, if you don't get off the painkiller, how do you know?
It should be a controlled experiment, but I could never tell you to not take your
Yeah.
medication. But that's what we hope happens.
But if
because
nothing else, it makes you tired, so you don't want to take it. It's quality of life too, you know.
I agree. Well, look at you walking around without a cane.
Yeah. Walking heel to toe, which helps.
Heel to toe is more important than anything, instead of sideways or locking his knee. Well, we are cautiously optimistic.
Well, we're going to run one more session with the same signal I did now, and then we're going to try another signal. Just wanted to make sure he was okay in this signal, and it seems to be doing what I wanted it to do.
And a different signal does what?
Well,
Just
I'm going to go after the pain. I haven't gone after the pain yet. I've just been relaxing him. So I'm actually going to go after the lumbar pain and the leg pain and the neuropathy. Haven't even started yet.
That's what he's looking forward to.
Yeah.
So when do you leave?
So this is the typical result. Someone falls asleep in the chair. So John, how do you feel besides sleepy and relaxed?
Good.
Good. Okay, well, I'll move this out of the way for you. Just
we're done.
get your bearing. Oh yeah, we're done. Get your bearings, relax. Let the blood flow. How does that feel?
Good.
Yeah, that feels good?
Good. Yeah, walking.
Okay, let me see you walk.
I was plotting before.
I don't think so.
How do you feel, John?
Pretty good. Balance is pretty good, I guess.
We'll walk around. So this is following your 4th session in the Magnosphere. Why don't you walk towards me now? Yeah, just walk. Just don't even think about it. How does your strength feel?
Strength is good. No pain in the legs. I'm still a little sleepy.
But that's okay. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
So no cane, no pain. They rhyme. That's a good start.
Yeah. Yeah.
How do you feel?
Good. Good. Awake. Just trying to get out. I don't really have any pain. Back is all right.
Well, you keep thinking about it as if you're looking for it.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? If you're thinking about it, that's a good sign because it means it's not there. I want to know, what have you done differently? Like you were mentioning before that you were able to do something you weren't able to do previous, and what was that?
Pick things up.
You mean off the ground?
Pick things up off the ground, which I couldn't do before, which is just like being able to reach down like that. I couldn't do that before.
And how long had it been since you were able to do that?
I guess it's been weeks. I mean, I don't know when it came back, but I just started being able to do it. Pick something up when I dropped it.
And you started taking a fitness class, something you were not able to do before as well. What'd you start doing?
Pool therapy, you know, just exercising in the pool, being able to do squats, stand, you know, walking back and forth, things like that, kicking.
And what's your pain level when you're doing those endeavors?
Low, probably about a 1. There's really no, you know, just walking back and forth and exercising. I don't know, really no pain to it. You know?
That's good.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, that, you know what? That's fantastic. And we'll see you again in the middle of the week.
Right, sounds good.